What's up, fish heads? Welcome to another fish head live stream out here at Alligator Point today. We're going to be surf fishing, hopefully catching some whiting, maybe some sea trout, maybe something else, who knows, probably a shark. It is a bit rougher today than the last time we were here, so we're just going to be hopeful that we can catch anything. It looks okay. It's kind of windy, but that's making the temperature bearable right now. But I'm going to go ahead and just bait them up with some shrimp, get them casted out so we're fishing, and we'll see what we can catch. Bait shrimp. The last video we did, we could not use shrimp, but today we're going back to it. It's always a trusty bait for this area. Hopefully we'll catch something on this shrimp. The goal is a catch and cook. So we need a whiting, a sea trout, maybe even a redfish, something good to cook. That's the goal for today, guys. These are some big old shrimp. Huge. We also got fish bites, and Dylan is catching sand fleas. He's got one good sized sand flea already. Since we just got here a few minutes ago, he's got one. Jerry Boston in the house. Jerry says hi to Dylan. Dylan says hi. We forgot to put the microphones on. Oh well, we'll deal with it. All right, thanks for joining us though. Hang out as long as you can. I'm gonna get these baited up, cast it out. bites already. Getting some little taps already, guys. I don't know if it's going to be a little catfish or maybe some whiting. Hopefully something good. We will have a little bit of wave action to deal with today too. We also got rained out a little bit. Yesterday we could not go fishing when I got off work, so we're finishing this week's video today, which puts us like 2 or 3 days behind schedule, but what can you do? Sometimes it just rains and you can't help it. We'll wait for a takedown here, guys. No need to get overzealous and grab the rod every time there's a little tiny tickle on it. When I see good constant pressure, I'll grab it. Hopefully that'll weed out some of those little catfish we were catching last time. Decided to bust out the big game spinning rods again this time, and I'm glad I did because the wind is sort of coming in at offshore, so it's hurting your casting distance. So having the longer rods gets me a few extra yards of casting distance. They said today's feels like temperature was 105. So it's a bit warm out here, guys. Shooting a little B-roll while we're at it, guys. I added like maybe 20 or 30 seconds of B-roll into our last video, and we got like 400 or 500 more views than we usually get. I don't know if it's because we've been a little more consistent lately, or I made a better thumbnail last time, or the video was just better, but for whatever reason, our videos look like they're starting to get more views. Dylan's trying to use the tiny rod here at the beach. He doesn't have enough weight on. Yeah, Jerry, we're going for catch and cook. That's the goal. We want to catch and cook. If we can make it happen, it'll be part of the long form video. We don't have any cooking stuff here with us at the beach, but even if we did, it would be like impossible with how windy it is. Stephen Merchant, Nolan from Mission Discover, appreciate you guys for coming in. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna hopefully catch some whiting and cook them up when we get home, because it is way too windy here to try to cook. I have got to get a new screen protector, guys. I can't read the chat, see anything on the screen. It's all scratched over, and the glare from the sun just makes it impossible. We'll get through this one, and then maybe on the way home or tomorrow when we have to do our weekly Walmart run, I'll just grab one of the nice glass ones that don't scratch up like these plastic ones. Dylan's gonna try putting a 3/4 ounce egg weight on that little Dock Demon rod. Yeah, the tide is pretty much low. It might get a little bit lower, but then it's gonna start coming back. I always like to try to fish the incoming tide, but we didn't really have a choice today. We had to get out here. It's supposed to be thunderstorms again this afternoon. When you guys see the long form video, wait till you see the storm we had last night. We were driving through it, running through it to go to dinner. I recorded most of it, so it'll all be in the video, but we got soaked last night. And it's probably gonna be the same thing again today. I'm gonna tie one of these on for Dylan real quick. We had to start all over from scratch, guys. All over. All right, Jerry. Check you later, man. Appreciate you coming in. Oh yeah, the tropical storm. It felt like a tropical storm here last night too, but it wasn't technically. I got a tie leader, new swivel, everything on there for him. The line that he had attached his hook to probably had like 3 fishing trips worth of use on it. It was all frayed up. Kind of lucky he didn't catch anything good. But he's using a tiny hook. He's trying to catch like a pinfish or something small that we might be able to use for bait. Definitely don't use hooks this small very often when we're in the ocean. Little tiny hook. Okay, Dylan's all rigged up, guys. Now I can check on the chat again. All right, Nolan, we'll see you in a little bit. Appreciate you coming in. It is windy today. I've got the pantyhose over the phone, so hopefully that keeps the wind noise down a bit. A little nervous about this camera because the editing software that I have, if you try to use like wind cancellation, it's totally worthless. Fun fishing adventures. Scotty in the house. Appreciate you joining us. I'm gonna have to do a bait check here in just a second. I messed around rigging Dylan's rod up for a while and we weren't paying attention, so they probably ate our shrimp off. But he also got a good size sand flea. Are you putting that one on your hook? He's putting one of the smaller sand fleas on. Oh. I think that's just waves. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do a bait check here in just a second, guys. That one went slack on me. Let me check it. Felt like a little whiting tap. I'm not gonna bring it in just yet because there probably is still bait. I just felt the tap. Big Slim in the house. Appreciate you coming in. Today's one of those days where the seaweed gets blown up the lines to the end of the rod. Alright, Dylan's all rigged up with a sand fleet. And enough weight to actually cast that thing out a little bit. I'm not staring into your souls, guys. I just can't read the chat with my sunglasses. I have got to get a new screen protector. I have a feeling Dylan might catch a whiting right there in the trough. It gets deep, like right out here. Can't see where I'm pointing to. Like right out here, it's like 5-6 feet deep, and then you can see the breakers out there. There's a sandbar. So we're fishing like in the deepest part of this trough right now. I can't cast as far as that sandbar. Definitely not today with this wind. That would probably be everything of a perfect cast anyway if the wind was going the other way. Dylan and I stayed up last night just watching some other fishing videos on YouTube. Just kind of having some fun with it. And we got some fun ideas for this video and for upcoming videos. Some of them are kind of crazy, like it takes the guys like 20 minutes to get to taking their first cast because they're just like joking around and bantering back and forth and stuff. I don't know if we want to do those kind of videos, but we're definitely going to try to mix in some other stuff. We hadn't just like sat down and watched other people make a video in quite a while. Dylan and Lucas do, but I'm always so busy. I never really have time to watch other people's YouTubes that much. The people that I know on here, I do. I watch your live streams and your videos, but like the big YouTubers with like 2 million subscribers and stuff, I never get to watch them. Like the Yak Pack or the, you know, Ace Fishing, those guys that have a lot of subscribers, they never know who I am, but I just kind of stopped watching them all when we got too busy to do it. But we just hung out last night and watched some of them. That was kind of fun. I got to put this tackle box away before it gets all filled with sand here, guys. I'll be right back. Nothing yet. We just got started though.
All right. Good luck to you, bud.
Thanks. All right, we put a piece of fish bites on Dylan's rod. He's just going to use that because the sand fleas keep flying off when he's casting.
Okay. Yeah, my little boy, I tell you, he loves fishing. I got a little 12-year-old little boy. You get him out here, stay out here all day. You know?
He's about to be 12.
Yeah. Yeah. Kids need more of that these days. It's nice to see, man.
Hope the GoPro's not overheating here, guys. If I could see anything from this side, it would be ideal, because the GoPro's in the shade this way. All right, it's definitely bait check time. Double whammy on that one, guys. Dylan had cast it over the line, and so when I brought it in, it got tangled and both of our baits were gone. So what I'm going to do is put a sand flea and a piece of fish bites on this one. Those should stay on a little bit better. There's so much waves and wind, it's kind of hard to tell what's a fish and what's not. Unless we get a huge takedown, it's basically just guessing if this is a fish or the waves. All right, so we got fish bite, sand flea. Sand fleas are usually really good whiting and pompano bait. We'll see what happens. think we'll just stick with the shrimp on the other rod for right now. Stuart in the house. Appreciate you joining us. What is up, Stuart? Volk in the house. Appreciate all you guys for coming in.
I can't tell when it's waves or
It's kind of hard to tell, but you'll see the rod go like this, like that.
how do I do that?
You're gonna feel it. It'll be like bam, bam, bam. I think these 2-ounce pyramid weights are like at their maximum capacity right now. Just barely hanging on to the bottom. Every once in a while the rod just slacks off because it loses the grip on the bottom. Like that. Got a bunch of little taps on that left rod. I'm a little worried that the fish might have got sand flea off already. We only had the one good sand flea so far. Bulk, appreciate that donation, brother. Heck yeah. Bulk in the house. Donation dance. Woo! Thanks, dude. I saw this guy the other night. He was playing the piano, and if anybody donated 15 bucks, he would play on the piano any song you could tell him, and he could actually do it too, which was amazing. He would just like listen to the song on his phone for like 15-20 seconds and put his phone down and then just play it perfectly on the piano. That was pretty cool live stream. Way more musical skills than I have. All right, let me get some bait for that right rod. go, Sanford. Just like I thought, something ate the sand flea off of that rod. Fish bite is still on there. All right, see you, Stuart. You got something new to stream with? That's cool. Appreciate all you guys for coming in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Do it. Do it. Hit the like button. I need more bait. Got some activity, it's just nothing taking them down. Just little fish tapping. Anytime now. Might try to cast a little closer to shore on the next one. All right, Bulk, have a good night. Appreciate it. Appreciate the donation. Oh, he might have one on. Let's see. It's kind of hard to tell. Is it a fish? Fish. All right, first fish of the day, big shock, catfish. Hardhead catfish, guys. These things are plentiful. We may try to keep one of these and eat it if we catch one that's about twice as big as this. We want to try some sort of catch and cook, but this guy's definitely too small. I'm gonna let him go.
Flavor of the day. Code red. My favorite.
Bulk gave us a donation. Thank you to Bulk. Stephen Merchant. We're gonna put some shrimp. We're using shrimp again on this rod with the fish bite. We got two different baits on that rod. Looks like a grunt, guys.
Wait, look inside the mouth. Look inside the mouth.
Normally we would use these for bait, but we're gonna eat it.
That is the mouth blood red. Look in there.
It's red inside.
Yep, it's in there. Blood red now.
Woohoo! If they're terrible to eat, we'll know in the future. But he hit that pretty hard, and he actually fought harder than a catfish, so that was kind of fun. That fish was caught on the fish bite, so I'm going to put another fish bite on. I feel like that might be the bait to try. Got 9 awesome people in here. 11 likes. If you guys haven't hit that like button, do it. Do it, please. Dylan wants 20 likes for today's live stream, guys. We're only at 11. Just barely over halfway. See if we can get 20 for Dylan. I got all pumped up when that fish took that down, pulled the rod holder out of the ground with it. Might be getting some little taps on the left rod there. Let me get another piece of bait. We're just gonna go both hooks with fish bites. We got sand flea flavored fish bites. We just caught a different species. I'm gonna stick with that for right now. Biting it already. I'm kind of wondering if what we just caught wasn't a grunt but a pinfish. I guess we'll find out if pinfish are good. I don't even know how I felt this fish on this big rod. Tiny little catfish. Definitely gonna just let him go. All right, at least we're not getting skunked. The jelly one in the house. Pre-retirement days, Betty. Appreciate you guys being in here. Nice. Beautiful day at the beach out here today. Catching a few fish. We got one interesting fish to try to eat. It's either a grunt or a pinfish. I've never eaten either, so we're gonna just find out. Trash fish sometimes taste good, but we're gonna test it. So glad it's windy today. It's not great for the fishing, but it makes it so much more comfortable when it's this hot out. Got to kind of keep the little shade thing adjusted over the phone. If the sun shines directly on the phone, we overheat in like 5 minutes. And then it shuts down our live stream. Oh, getting some taps on the right rod. Waiting for a bigger takedown, guys. I'm gonna quit messing around with these little taps. That looked like a bigger takedown. Dylan's gonna take the next one, guys. Glacier shark. We have 3 fish so far, 2 catfish and 1 grunt or pinfish. I didn't look at it real close. I was like, we're gonna try this trash fish for dinner anyway. I'll just throw it in the cooler. It's either a grunt or a pinfish. Oh, he's getting hits. Stuart's back in the house. Good night, brother. We'll see you in a little bit when you go live later. It'll be morning for you, I suppose. Or you're doing a night trip. Either way, it should be pretty cool. Yes, we would love to catch the pompano. They're kind of rare here this time of year. But in like 3 weeks, we're going over to the East Coast in the Atlantic Ocean, and we should be able to catch some much better fish over there. Pompano, whiting. And if we go on the other side of Amelia Island, we'll be fishing like by the fort there, Fort Clinch. We can catch trout, redfish, flounder, all kinds of cool stuff over there. This fish will just not commit for Dylan. It is just tapping away, but it will not take it down. I brought my other spinning rod that I was gonna throw a gold spoon with, but I feel like it's just a little too rough for the gold spoon today. Generally, I like to wade out, maybe just like thigh deep, where the sharks like to hang out. Risk my life to take a few casts with a gold spoon. But I'm not gonna do it today. There's absolutely zero visibility. If you go like out to your knees, you can only see about that far down into the water. So there could be just bull sharks nipping at your ankles and you won't even see them. I'm gonna try to get a sand flea, guys. I'm gonna grab the sand flea rake and take a couple scoops and see what we can get. Yeah. Oh wow. Out in 7-foot seas, that doesn't sound too fun. You're probably more used to it than us though. 7-foot seas here, you don't even go out. Not a big fan of sharks. I don't really swim in the ocean anymore. I've caught and seen too many sharks here and everywhere in the saltwater. And too many shark attacks in this area. I'll just let other people do the swimming. I'll wade like thigh deep and that's about as far as I'll go. But I have swam out past that sandbar before from this exact spot. Long time ago. We definitely got a low quality sand rake because the handle of it's already starting to bend. What I might do is take this handle off and put like a broomstick on it so it's nice and sturdy. Sand fleas, those are great bait. We got the one good sand flea. I'll get it on that rod and get that rod casted back out. We can mess around with the sand fleas a little bit more. The last sand flea we put on there got chewed off, so maybe we'll have some luck with this one. immediately stole my sand flea. Just what I did was go in one spot and then go in the same spot and dig deeper. Guess we're gonna have to go fish bites for right now. And then it's about time to do a bait check on that other rod. And that was definitely a big bite. I just couldn't hook them, couldn't seal the deal. Ah. These sand flea flavored fish bites smell like turkey jerky or something. It smells familiar. Dylan has resorted to the cast net now. Maybe you can catch a little bait fish like this big or something. We can use that on one of these rods. Yeah, 7 feet isn't even a small craft advisory. Yes, definitely Alaska is where the real fishermen live. Kudos to you, man. I've been in it before up north in the Atlantic. That is not fun. When the bow of your boat is catching the next wave and water is coming over your boat, that's exciting moments. Bites, Dylan, bites. Right rod. Something's tickling the right rod. Dylan's gonna get it. Getting a little more B-roll for the video, guys. Dylan's being patient. It's gonna happen here. Hey Jerry, we got a few catfish and one trash fish. I barely looked at it. It's either a grunt or a pinfish, and we're gonna take it home and try to eat it and see what it tastes like. We threw the catfish back. If we do catch a big catfish, we'll keep that too, and we'll just do a trash fish cook-up. See what happens. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna do a couple B-rolls of some pelicans and the beach house and stuff like this. Alright. Got some creative stuff to put in there. Artistic quality to the next video. If you guys didn't watch our last video, the whiting catch and cook, you got to go check it out. I feel like I'm starting to mix in some cool video elements besides just me talking, and it's making the videos better and our views are going up. So I'm pretty sure that people are enjoying what me and Dylan are doing now a little bit more than they were before.
We got monetized.
Yeah. The thing is, some of our other videos where we like go to, you know, Amelia Island or Hilton Head, South Carolina, or the mountains where we have lots of cool stuff to look at, I try to put that all in the videos. Some of them have done well, some of them haven't. But last week's video surprisingly did pretty well, just fishing and catching some whiting and making a sandwich out of it. But today's catch and cook video will probably beat that one. That's my guess. But definitely, if you guys haven't watched our other long form videos, go check them out. I don't make super long videos. I hate sitting there for like an hour watching someone fish, like every cast and all that. I edit most of it down to usually like 10 to 20 minutes. That's our videos. Some of them are even under 10 minutes. Just depends where we go. I think we have one that might be like a half an hour. But definitely go check them out. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. What are you doing with your life? If you haven't hit the like button, do it. Do it. Hit the like button. I need some more bait. We're sitting here with one rod in the water. Is there bait on it? Okay, I see that there's still fish bites on there. Jerry, we used the sand fleas so far. Both times have gotten a bite on it, and then they've just stolen the sand flea off the hook. If you're referring to the caught bait that we were supposed to get last night, we had like monsoon weather and could not go to the lake last night. It'll be in the long form. We ended up going to dinner, running through rain, had the baby in the carrier and everything. It was crazy. It's all going to be in the long form, but we do not have bluegill to use for this bait. Next video or soon we'll do a video about catching bluegill and using them as cut bait in the salt water and see if anything happens. All right, I don't even remember when I checked the left rod last. Oh, there's some hits already. Dylan, you on the right rod? as I suspected, zero bait on the hooks again. So we're out here fishing on credit, no bait on the hooks. Got to get that one rebaited and recasted so we can actually try to catch a fish. I'm just gonna go straight shrimp on that one this time. We got the other one with the fish bites on it. We'll just do real shrimp on this one. Slack, reel. Coming in, dude. It's coming to us. Reel. Oh yeah, you're on. You got it. You got it, You're totally slack. Oh yeah. Alright, Dylan's on. That's what we're waiting for. Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, good catch and cook tonight. Dylan just got a really nice size whiting too. So we got a trash fish to try and another whiting. Whiting are delicious. Yes. Jerry says, nice catch, Dylan. Woo!
Right in the cooler? I did.
Solid. Oh yeah, now we're looking good, guys. That's our third species too. 3 species.
We got a pancake and a hot dog.
I threw that shrimp rod much closer to shore. I kind of did it like at an angle and didn't even put any effort into it. Just kind of like lobbed it out there. So we're fishing closer in on the trough now with the real shrimp. I'm going to keep the fish bites out there pretty far because it seems to be working. We'll try this other rod in a different spot. Oh, it's getting bites already. I was like, oh, I got something good this time. One little catfish, two little catfish. Oh man, they're killing me. These little baby catfish. Merson in the house. Appreciate it. Appreciate you joining us. Yes, Jerry, we're gonna cook some fish tonight. Should be really fun. Heck yeah. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I gotta get these fish back in the water. when you get two of them on there, it's like they're fighting against each other or something, and it feels like you got something decent. Yes, Jerry, crabs would be amazing. Me and Dylan were just talking about that. We're gonna do St. Mark's with the crab traps here really, really soon. Probably the next couple weeks. Last time we went to St. Mark's, we got like a dozen of them. Had a nice little crab cook at the house. Boiled them up with some Cajun, some Old Bay, lemon juice. Did like a country boil style. But definitely some crabs coming up here real soon. Even if we go and don't catch any, we'll still buy them just to eat it. They usually have crabs at one of our favorite seafood stores here in Tallahassee. Old Bay and crab salt only? Oh, not boiling them in the water? Just steaming them over the boiling water? That does sound really good. You hear that, Dylan? Let's try that. All right, we are just about out of bait on this rod, so I'm gonna rebait and recast. Kind of injured my finger on that last reeling session. Hurts a little bit. Oh, he's got two sand fleas? All right, I'm gonna hook them up. Grab the other one. All right, we had two sand fleas. I just put them on the hook. We're already getting bites again. I just put them on the hooks with the remaining sand flea flavored fish bites. They're hitting it. lost both sand fleas that fast. Sand fleas are kind of hard to keep on the hook today, guys. Seeing some weird movement on the left rod though. I'm going to check that too. That rod just had straight shrimp on it. They've probably been gone for a while. So let me get the right rod rebaited, recasted, and then we'll focus on that left rod. Maybe I'll put some shrimp flavored fish bites on the left rod and keep the sand flea flavored fish bites on the right rod. We can do a direct comparison of fish bite flavors. What do you think?
Yeah. Here's that.
What do you think, dude? Another trash fish. All right, guys, we got another catfish. This one's a pretty decent size. So since we've already got one trash fish to eat, I'm gonna keep this guy and we're gonna try eating two different kinds of trash fish and we'll compare them to how good the whiting tastes. We could be surprised. People sometimes call fish trash fish just because they're like hard to clean or they have more bones or something like that. These guys, I know you have to be a little bit careful because there's stuff you don't want to eat. But I'll watch a couple of YouTube videos and figure out how the best way to clean it is. Dylan got a little catfish on the dock demon rod, guys. Check this out. Bob in the house. Appreciate you joining us.
Bob, I did it.
Yes, trash fish dinner. Bob's done it before. I've seen it. So we got a pinfish or a grunt. We got a hardhead catfish and we got a whiting. We know the whiting aren't trash fish. We like those, but got to throw one good fish into it. Here's what Dylan just caught on the dock demon rod, guys. Check this out. Look at that little baby. Tiny little guy.
I did it.
But he caught it on the dock demon, so that's a win for Dylan. Let me get this guy in the cooler and then we'll be fishing again. That rod's not even in the water right now. We're not even fishing. Dylan, we're not fishing. Yeah, I know Bob has said trash fish aren't usually trash fish. They end up tasting great. As long as you cook them right, anything's good. And pretty much the way to cheat is to fry it. If you really want anything to taste good, just deep fry it. You could deep fry your shoe and it'll taste good. But we'll probably do like a fry and a pan sear so that we can actually taste the fish with the pan sear. Since we have 3 different kinds of fish now, we'll just taste them all. We'll eat them fried because we know we're gonna like them fried, but we'll eat the other ones not fried and test them. Dylan, can you get it off the hook? That fish is so tiny, you can't get the hook out. Twist it. Twist it. Don't grab the line, only the hook. Got it? Nice thing about catching fish on fish bites, you still got your bait when you're done. So all I have to do is recast. That other one, I know we've got an issue. Wow, how did that get wrapped in there like that? We've got a small issue because we've been using shrimp on it, and the shrimp are definitely gone. All right, I got it. About to pull the whole tripod over and everything, but let's get this casted back out. All right, at least we got a line in the water. We're not just standing here not catching anything. Yeah, trash fish are good. We've eaten like pickerel and bluegill and stuff, and people always say those are trash fish. We can scrub the scales off with the toilet bowl brush, Jerry. I'm gonna put shrimp fish bites on this one because we're just losing the bait way too fast. I don't know if fish bites go bad, but these are supposed to be bright yellow and they're like gray, like the actual color of a shrimp. I don't know if it's because I left them in my truck or whatever, but the fish bites may have gone bad. I'm still gonna try them. Oh, he's getting some bites. Go Dylan, catch us another whiting. Let's see if Dylan can keep up the streak of good eating fish. That is an empty set of hooks right there.
I lost it right at shore limit.
Fish bite actually got 8 off of the one Dylan just reeled in. Yeah, he lost it like right past the surf, he said. I never saw the fish, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Shrimp flavor, flea flavor. He got another tiny catfish on the dock demon. What is it?
A tiny catfish on the dock.
Another one. A little baby. Too small to even try to grab. They always do that. This catfish is too small to even grab. Look how tiny this thing is. There we go. Look at that little guy. If we had a saltwater fish tank, this would be perfect. Oh baby. Between the wind and the waves, they keep going slack, and then I'm like, woo! All for it to just be nothing. Dylan's been fairly consistently beating me at fishing lately. Beat me in our 2-night bass tournament we had the other day. We tied 3-3 the first night, so we had another one, tiebreaker, and he won 2-0. Another little tiny catfish. Another one. I'm good, buddy.
Take them off.
No, you take him off now. Let him go.
I'm just gonna hurt. I can't think that without hurting.
Come on, rods, bend over. What we need now to like make this an epic day is a trout or a redfish. I think that's wave action on the left rod. There goes the baby catfish. Those guys are only like maybe 4 to 5 inches long. Tiny little catfish. Try to get like a pinfish or something. We can use it for bait. Oh, something's hitting it. Whiting. Had to mess around with Dylan for a minute, guys, but there we go. Another whiting.
What kind of fish is that?
A whiting.
Whiting?
Yeah, they call them whiting. This one's just a little small, but they're delicious. Yeah, we got another one.
Catch a lot of fish like that over here?
Yeah. This is like one of the most common sizes. I think we'll keep this guy. He's just big enough. We got one in the corner. Yeah, we're live on YouTube and I'm making a long form video.
Sweet. That was your YouTube channel.
Fish head videos. I'll give you the QR code. Hold on one second. Don't forget to hit that like button. Got it.
You like your lot of fish?
We're here like maybe every 2 to 3 weeks. We change it up, freshwater and saltwater.
Where else you go fishing at?
We live up in Tallahassee. So we get like and then we come down here, either here or like Woodstock Bay, St. Mark. Kind of switch it up. Always have fun. Try to get a video about every week.
Yeah, my buddy lives out in Tampa. He loves to fish a lot. Like a deep. Not really deep.
It's fun. Takes little patience. Fishing with the kids though, I got something fun to do.
What's the biggest fish you caught?
Out here, 6-foot blackfish shark.
What? Like how far out was that?
Not very far. Like pretty much where we're fishing right now.
Oh no, that's scary. Don't tell me that.
They're out there. Someone, if you go down like where that point is over there, someone got a 13-foot tiger shark over there. Like large, flat. Huge.
It's off the coast of the shore.
Yeah, off that point right out there.
That's where me and my buddy live. I gotta go warn them.
Thanks, man. Have fun. Thanks. All right, we'll get that whiting in the cooler. We'll get casted back out. We'll be back to the fishing. All right, guys, I put the fish in the cooler, took a sip of my drink, and then realized that there was sand all over the top of my drink inside the cooler. We're gonna have to ask Dylan how that sand got all over my drink. I guess a little sand never hurt anybody. but still kind of like a surprise when all of a sudden you get a mouthful of sand. With the fish bites, at least I have the confidence that there's probably bait on the hooks. Yes, nice one. We got some good fish to eat and a couple experimental fish to eat. Yes, Jerry, we are doing another fish cook this evening. Not a fish off, but a fish cook. It'll sort of be a fish cook-off because we're trying 3 different kinds of fish and comparing them. Man, that wind is just blowing like straight into you guys. I hope that thing on the speaker is helping. Is it terribly bad sounding? Yeah, fish cook is good. We want to have some crabs. It's probably too late in the day to try to get crabs. Sound is good? Okay, good. The pantyhose are doing their job. Something's tapping on the right rod. Crazy. Every time I touch the rod, they stop biting it. Hey, Stuart's back. Glacier Shark back. Appreciate all you guys for coming in. We got some interesting fish to cook up tonight, including a couple really delicious ones. Yes, I got sand all in my mouth, Stuart. Probably whiting juice sand all in my mouth. Could be worse, I guess. When I was a kid on the farm, my grandma used to just tell me, you don't need to rinse it off. A little dirt never hurt anybody. Just like pick a vegetable right off the plant and just eat it without rinsing it or anything. I used to eat tomatoes like apples. Tomatoes fresh off the plant, not cold or anything, is perfect. Amazing, delicious thing to eat. Same with corn. You can eat corn raw right off the plant. As soon as you pick it, you husk it and just eat it. It's like milky flavored, but it's really, really good. Oh yeah. Just another small catfish, guys. I'm gonna get him back in the water. That rod keeps tapping too, and my GoPro battery just died, so give me a couple seconds to regroup here. I gotta get that fish back in the water first. All right, that second one came off. Didn't feel like anything good though. Catfish head videos. Whenever we come out here, it seems like it. We go catfishing in freshwater specifically to catch catfish, and we get like one or two, maybe. So hard to get them. How's it going? We got some on shrimp. We're using some fish bite. We got two different flavors of fish bite. Shrimp flavor and easy fleas. And then he's been catching some little sand fleas too. So we've been trying a bunch of different stuff. But we got a couple trash fish we're going to pick up this week. So maybe this week. couple trash fish we're gonna mess with, and then we got a couple whiting.
Oh yeah, I love not a big food the other day. Everybody thought it was pumpkin.
We haven't caught any blues. But yeah, if you want to check it out, we check that out right now. Well, they sell them at Walmart. They sell them anywhere, but Walmart's where we usually get them. They're like $7 at Walmart. Thank you. All right, got another card out. We're attracting a little bit of attention. Yeah. I know, dude. I can't stop setting the hook, even with the circle hooks. It's just a habit. I even think like, okay, I'm not going to set the hook. I'm not going to set the hook. Oh, there I go. I set the hook again. Jerry, I think the shrimp schools are over in the bay. If we were like a mile and a half down that way and back into the bay, it's probably prime shrimp time. I'm trying to make a rush to get our boat finished so that when like the peak shrimp and crab season hits here soon, we'll have a little boat to take out in the saltwater. I just don't know, because I never have enough time, if I'm going to be able to get it done. Wow, it is getting so windy, guys. We got like 15 miles an hour constant now. Yeah, I mean, it feels like the circle hooks catch them. So I catch them like without trying, and then I still set the hook anyways. I don't feel like it's hurting anything. Yeah, we're trying to get that boat done. I don't want to put my bass boat in the salt water because the trailer is steel. The boat's still like immaculate. I don't want to put it in salt water and just like rust it out. But we have another old boat sitting on the side of the house. Some of you guys have probably seen it. I'm gonna get that boat in the salt water eventually. Yeah, we do it with a PVC pipe. We just drill a PVC pipe in the bottom and we tie a bait ball to the bottom of it, chum it up, and then you throw your cast net right next to the PVC pipe. We're allowed to do 5 pipes. They can't be more than 10 yards apart, and you can't leave while you're doing it. So like what we'll do is we'll set up our 5 poles with the bait at the bottom. We'll do some like trout and red fishing in the within sighting or viewable distance, within eyesight. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we'll give it like 45 minutes, and then we'll just come back and throw the cast nets at the poles. We're allowed to keep a 5-gallon bucket heads on of shrimp per day here in Florida. Per person. So if me and Dylan are on the boat, we could keep 2 5-gallon buckets. I think. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure both of us could keep our limit. They're so plentiful in the bays and around here. Kind of out deeper out here. We're not going to catch them off the beach, but the trawlers go by here. I think the pole is just a marker, but I'm not sure. I know the guys use them to like mark where they're putting their bait ball down, or they'll like tie it. They'll use like a bird feeder. We have these bird feeders that have a little chain on them. We hook those to the bottom of the PVC pole, stick the cat food and bone meal stuff inside the bird feeder, kind of like a method feeder when you're carp fishing, and then stick that in the ground. Then you know exactly where to go to and where to throw the cast net, because there's a pole sticking out of the water. But I've also heard that the shrimp are attracted to the pole. So I don't know, man. As long as we catch shrimp, I don't care too much. But both of these rods are out of the water. I gotta do something about that. All right, my drink is now empty. I have one more left. You can't be out here for too long in this heat before you start getting dehydrated. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. If you take any tip from me. Oh, I have to change the GoPro battery. That was the other thing I needed to do. Give me a second here. Probably catch like the best fish of the day and then realize, oh, I forgot to change the battery. GoPro died. Ran lost a good footage. Gotta make sure the battery is good. Tell everybody that you can't stop taking the capture. Even the sand flea flavored ones are like brown now. They used to be orange, but they're brown. I'm pretty sure I haven't stored my fish bites properly. If anybody knows how you're supposed to store fish bites, let me know, please. Leave a comment after this or email us at fishheadvideos@gmail.com. Something, because I've always wondered, how am I supposed to store the fish bites? Another one. So I had to replace one of the sand flea and one of the shrimp. Let me do that. I guess the fish don't care that the bright yellow sand or the shrimp flavor has now turned brown or grayish brown. It smells pretty gross. I think I might be fishing with bad fish bites, guys. We might have to re-up our supply of fish bites. Put them in a gulp thing with gulp juice. That's not a bad idea, actually. We're using probably like the cheap ones, Eagle Claw or something, Glacier Shark. We have not targeted flounder yet. I think when we get the boat, we will try them though. I got to figure out a way to keep these though. These aren't even like a year old and they're definitely bad. It smells like not rotted fish, but like post rotted. Like if you left a fish on the beach for like a month and then you got its dead carcass that's all dried out and smelled it. It smells like this. Where'd you put the knife?
I threw him in the water.
All right, we're reset, we're fishing, and we got battery. And the tide is incoming now, so should have a little while of good fishing ahead of us. How long have we been going here? 2.5 hours, we got time. Which one? Oh yeah, left rod. I have this allergy to sunblock. Whenever I use sunblock, I don't never put it on my face. That's why I have this wide brim hat and I always wear sunglasses and stuff. But I have to put it on my ears and my neck and stuff. But it still finds a way to get to my face. And then like all around here breaks up. It gets trapped under my glasses. It's a nightmare. Definitely have a love-hate relationship with sunblock. I've tried all the other ones. Everyone's always like hypoallergenic. It doesn't work. None of it works. can hardly see through my glasses. Someone's gonna be like, try bullfrog, try Caribbean, whatever, non-hypoallergenic. Trust me, I've tried them. If I put it on my face, it's a nightmare. Even when I use them on my neck and ears and stuff, it figures out a way to get to my face. Wow, I can't see through my glasses at all. My shirt is wet. I don't know what to do here, guys. Dry off. Straight zinc. Okay, I have not tried straight zinc. Maybe that'll help. Good advice, dude. Thank you for not saying cocoa butter. Oh man, I just can't see. Stuart's back in the house again. Wider ones. Yeah, they're rotted. They're nasty. Like an extra wide gap worm hook. They're almost like a circle hook. Yeah, that white stuff. I know the zinc stuff. I've seen it. I think I've used it when I was a little kid, maybe. My mom used to put it on my nose. Man, I am gonna be struggling here, guys. It's like I have obscured glass in front of my face. Oh, right rod. We're getting hits on both rods. Beyond? Nothing. Whoa. A little sunshade need to be adjusted here. The Demon Circle Hook. Okay. Glacier. I'm like 99.9% sure to forget this. If you don't mind, just like leave a comment on my community tab or something about the Demon Circle Hooks, because I always want to know which circle hooks I should be using. I feel like I know which ones are best for catfish. These ones I just get the ones that says saltwater. They look like they're zinc plated or something. It's probably a little bit better. But yeah, remind me, the Demon Circle Hook. They're eating through these fish bites really fast. That's what's in the middle of the fish bite that holds it together and keeps it on the hook. It's crazy. They must just be like pounding on it, nibbling on it really fast and dissolving it. feel like I also tend to leave them like sitting out in the sun every time we go fishing. So maybe just leaving them in the sun is bad for them. The fish are still eating it though. Better than like knowing your shrimp is off your hook after like 7 seconds of being in the water. I kind of feel like with all these different like experimental baits we've tried and different flavors of baits and clams and squid and shrimp and everything, it all just comes down to like the day that you're using it. Sometimes they just want to eat one thing, sometimes they'll just eat anything. Paul Walkie in the house. Appreciate you coming in. Hey, Stephen Merchant's in here still, or back. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Yes, we do. It's a nice trough right in front of us, and I'm casting to about the deepest part of it. We've had pretty constant action. We got 2 trash fish for the catch and cook, and we got a couple whiting that we know we love. So when we get home, we'll do a little cooking video comparing hardhead catfish, grunt, and whiting. We're also making a long form video too. That'll be out here in the next couple days. The wind is getting really, really strong. Like, I'm starting to get nervous about the tripod blowing over. The one that I had set up for the GoPro already blew over. Probably pick that up since I'm wearing the GoPro anyway. I had this other tripod set up right next to this camera. I was planning on doing like some long distance shots, but it's just too windy. Once again, I get salty sand all over my stuff. Every time we get home from one of these trips, I like rinse everything, even the tripods and stuff. Every time I go to one rod, the other one starts going. And then stops. And then the other one starts going. I think we got enough small fish for the catch and cook though. I'm just gonna wait for a takedown. Maybe we'll catch something totally different like a Atlantic sharp nose shark or something. Maybe a black tip shark. Or a trout, or a redfish, or even a flounder, or a stingray. There's lots of other stuff here. Got 14 awesome people in here, 17 likes. We need 20 for Dylan, guys. Hit that like button. Dylan wants 20 likes for this live stream. We're almost there. We can do it. I just looked at Dylan's arms without my glasses on, and he is starting to develop a slight tint of pink. We did cover him with sunblock earlier. His legs and neck and everything looks fine, but his arms are starting to get pink. So we're gonna have to limit our time here fairly soon. Right, Rod? Rod. Another hard head, guys. We can't stop catching them. They're still fun to catch. I'm gonna let this guy go. that right rod. Left rod. Oh, there it is. Definitely got something hitting that left rod pretty hard. Woo! That wind is getting serious. We got some serious whitecap action out there, guys. Serious whitecap action out there. I'm gonna have to eat my metrics bar here. Running out of energy. You want to see the fish we caught so far? Yeah, I'll show you. Hold on a second. Try to do this without taking anything apart. That fish is taking its sweet time over there. We got a couple of whiting, a catfish, and a grunt. We've never eaten two out of those three species. So we're gonna have like a fun little experimental recipe when we get home. A comparison between trash fish, or supposed trash fish, versus whiting, which we eat all the time. Yeah, no problem. It is nice. We're gonna have some fun when we get home. Appreciate you coming in too, crazy car guy. If you haven't hit that like button, do it. We're one away from the goal. We got to get 20 likes. Got to get 20 likes, guys. That rod is still tapping. He's going to catch one here any second. might have figured out the solution for our hook setting addiction. And that's to keep it in the rod holder and just start reeling really fast. And then you pull the rod out of the rod holder after you think you have a fish on. Then there's no hook set action involved at all. I don't know, I guess that fish isn't gonna commit. Oh, heck yeah, appreciate that. Definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed. We do lots of fun fishing stuff and other things. When the weather cools down, we'll do probably the equal amount of fishing, but then also a bunch of camping. We have a homestead where we like observe the deer and feed the deer. We've got a couple projects we'll be working on this winter. But generally when the weather's really hot, we don't want to be miserable out there while we're doing it, so we fish more than anything else. Plus we are fish heads, so no matter what we're doing, we're always going to go fishing or have fishing be involved somehow. That was a good bite. They just won't commit when you're ready. This was what was happening to me earlier. You walk away from the rod and it bends over a little. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know how you could sleep outside when it's like 88 degrees at night with tons of bugs. So we wait for the weather to cool down, for the bugs to go away, and for a campfire to actually feel good. Like you want to sit next to the campfire to stay warm. You couldn't camp now without a fire because the bugs would just destroy you. And if you have a fire, it's going to be like 120 degrees. So you're miserable either way. So we got to wait for some cooler weather before we start doing that stuff. But all summer long and into the fall, we'll be doing a bunch of fishing. We also make long form videos besides just going live. So if you're into long form videos, check out our channel. We do a lot of catch and cooks and like experimental bait stuff. Bluegill, bass, we do freshwater, saltwater. Kind of just try to mix it all up. Multi-species stuff. Always fun no matter what it is. The one we're making right now, today's the last day of it, is going to be really interesting because we've tried a few different things. Had some successes and some failures. Got stuck in a big storm. And we're out here today and it's super windy, but at least it's not a storm. I do see some weather coming over. Oh, he's on. He's on, finally. Let's see what it is. It's nothing. Oh, nothing. When I lived up north, we don't have rainbow trout here, but when I lived up north, I used to fish with Mepps #2 inline spinners all the time. That was my favorite thing to use for trout. The black one with the yellow or the orange dots on the blade. And it has, you can either get it with the bear treble or with the deer hair treble. And if it's like the yellow dots, there's a little bit of yellow hair in the black hair. If you use the orange ones, there's a little bit of orange hair in there. But a Mepps #2 inline, my favorite trout bait, 100%. Salmon eggs would be my #2. All right, Dylan's gonna try probably one more cast and we're gonna get close to calling it here because his arms are starting to turn pink and we have to get out of here before he gets a sunburn. For some reason, he gets sunburned a little faster than me. Gotta watch out for Dylan's skin health. And we've already caught enough fish to have a cool catch and cook video. We haven't even had that right rod in there for a while. Yeah, we go freshwater catfishing. Pretty much all we have around here that we can find anyway is channel cats. 2 or 3 videos ago we did catch and cook channel catfish. But we go to Lake Talquin a lot, and there's some pretty decent channel cats in Lake Talquin. There's supposed to be monsters in there, but we always catch them in like the 3 to 4 pound range, which are good to eat. And of course, whenever we come here, we don't want to catch catfish, and we catch like dozens of them. Different kind of catfish altogether. Mostly hardhead catfish, and then once in a while you'll catch a gaff top sail cat. Fish bites in freshwater, Dylan says. There we go, another video idea. Maybe we can catch some catfish on fish bites at the lake. I'm looking at 4 bare hooks, guys, and I think we're gonna go ahead and call it. We'll just focus on Dylan over here. He's got the dock demon back out. Put a piece of shrimp on there, I think. He'll probably end up catching one of those little hardhead catfish again on that. But it is just windy and pretty rough today. I'm sure those of you that are, you know, veterans of watching our channel know that this is pretty rough for Alligator Point. Sometimes there is no break at all. They're just lapping on the shore right here. We do have a tent we can bring too. Maybe I'll bring that next time. When it's really windy like this though, the tent ends up being more hassle than good because you're just fighting from it getting pulled out of the ground and blowing away the whole time. We had one last year. We got caught in a big thunderstorm. We had to go take cover, and the tent got like all twisted up and mangled because of the wind. I would say my favorite type of fish to catch, probably largemouth bass, because I've been doing largemouth bass fishing for many years. I used to fish in like a bunch of online bass tournaments and stuff. Bass fishing is probably my #1. We do a bunch of that too, but in the summertime here, the water's like 93 degrees and the bass just don't want to eat. But in the wintertime, we catch some good bass. Wintertime is definitely our favorite time of year. We're up here in North Florida, so the summertime is just brutally hot and humid, and the fishing gets a little tougher. Everything is just harder in the summertime here. Wintertime, it's really nice. It gets down to freezing a couple nights a year, but really like 40s at night, 50s at night, 60s in the daytime. It's really nice during the wintertime. Alright guys, it looks like the bite has died. Oh man, so many different baits for bass. That depends on so many different factors. I don't even know how to answer that. My favorite bite to get on bass is a topwater frog. If the conditions are right for it, I love that big topwater frog blow up. They come up to the surface and just blast on that frog. Super fun way to catch bass. I'd say that's my favorite way to have a bite. But if I'm just trying to catch the fish, you got to use what they're going to bite on. Soft plastics, lipless cranks, square bill cranks, spinnerbait. We just had a video a couple videos ago where I was only allowed to use a chatterbait. It was a chatterbait challenge video. Definitely wouldn't say chatterbait's one of my favorite, but a lot of people say they love chatterbaits. Stuart back in the house. All right, we are gonna call it, guys. The fishing has died. These rods are baitless. Dylan's not even catching anything over here anymore. And we're starving and the sun is beating us up. So thank you guys all so much for joining us. It's been a blast. Always fun to have you guys in here with us. We'll be back again soon. We probably will go live at least for a little while later this evening to do the taste test on these so-called trash fish. But we will see you again very shortly. Keep an eye out for the long form video about this and the last few days of fishing that we had. Yep, I don't think he even has any bait on. But thanks again, guys. See you soon. I can't see the button. There it is.